What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod, and I'm a full-time eBay and Poshmark seller. And in today's video, I want to go over part 2 of what sold in the month of November. Now, fortunately, sales picked up since the last video, but you know, sales just wasn't as great as I thought it would be. And I actually ran a sale this month, and that kind of helped sales. But I mean, I'll show you guys how it did. So if you guys enjoy these kind of videos, definitely go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here is a pair of DC Mountain Lab snowboarding pants. And guys, I always pick up snowboarding pants. 99% of the time, depending on the brand, I'm going to pick up snowboarding pants because they always sell well for me, especially during this time of the year. And some of the brands to be on the lookout for is DC, for one, because they sell for about anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks, and Burton snowboarding pants always sells well for me. It kind of depends on the style and the color when it comes to most snowboarding pants, but bright colors and black, those are like the biggest sellers for me. You can see this one has somewhat of a camo print to it because it's like a black and gray. But these sold for full asking price, $40 plus the $8 shipping, and it took about maybe a week and a half to sell, and I picked these up for about $5. Next is this North Face jacket, and North Face for me, it sells well. I find a lot of it and I sell a lot, but it really depends on the name. Like High Vent, I think sells pretty decent. This jacket I sold for $30. And I mean, sometimes I would see North Face, and if it's like a puffer jacket, I might get about 100. But North Face, you know, it's still a good brand to sell. This one was from 2007, so you know, I got about 40 bucks for it, so I wasn't complaining too bad. Here is a pair of Klim motorcycle pants, and this is my first time selling this brand. When I saw it, I knew it was quality. I knew it was worth something because it was just kind of fancy. And most of the motorcycle pants that I sell, they're kind of boring. They might be a little dingy and dirty, but these had some minor little, you know, normal signs of wear. And anytime, you know, there's anything like that, I try to take close-up photos and things like that, just so the buyer knows exactly what they're getting. And these ended up selling for $105, and I think these shipped out to Australia. So if you guys see Klim motorcycle pants, always pick them up because this is one of the I think these are one of the more lower end styles that I picked up, because I've seen some that sold for like $200 and $300 used. So always be on the lookout for this brand. Next is a pair of Frye motorcycle boots, and I love selling Frye boots or shoes or whatever, and these sold for $130, and I was definitely very happy about this one. It was like a first time eBayer that picked these up, so they had a bunch of questions, but I was just trying to, you know, be understanding to that the fact that this is probably their first time dealing with eBay. So I tried to make their whole experience just a pleasant one overall. I even made sure I wrapped it up really nice and neat, and I added a thank you note just like I would with Poshmark, just because I knew it was their first time buying. So I just wanted to make, you know, a good impression, and they left positive feedback for me as well, so that's always a good thing. So like I said, these sold for $130, and I picked these up for about $25. Next is a pair of La Sportiva boots, and La Sportiva is one of the boots that I pick up fairly often. I always try to make sure I find them. Anytime I see them, I try to pick them up as long as they're not too dirty. And as you can see, when you see hiking boots, you really don't need to clean them up too much. You can if you want, but it's really not necessary because the person that's usually buying this, they're going to go out in the woods and, you know, get them dirty anyway. So they don't really care about that. But these ended up selling for, I had these on sale during like that Black Friday weekend, and I had them on sale, and it was $59.49, and it ended up selling. They sent me an offer for $55.50. So I just took it because, you know, I'm trying to get this cash. So I went ahead and accepted that offer, and I had these for about 2 weeks, and they sold, and I picked them up for about $6. Here is this Paul Smith Weekender bag, and this was a very, very dope bag. It just had some minor little rips, and it even had a little hole on the bottom, but it was very, very small. Nothing that could, you know, deter a buyer from picking it up. And I had it for $110, which was kind of high, especially after you consider the condition but I knew I was gonna end up getting an offer for it, so I priced it high on purpose, and I ended up getting $70 for this plus the $13 shipping. So I was happy about that because I had some watches and I even had some offers, but they were all lowball offers, so I was happy to take the $70 for these, especially since they had the tear here. On each corner there was a tear, as you guys can see, and in the inside wasn't that clean, and of course, like I said before, that little hole that was there. So $70 for this, I was happy about that. Here is this Canon camera that I picked up, and my initial plan for this camera was to keep it. I was gonna use it as a second camera for when I do videos for you guys. But I mean, I find cameras all the time, especially with the flip screen, and like I always tell you guys, I'm about that cash. So instead of trying to invest more money in YouTube, I figured I might as well just sell this. And I made sure I, had the camera on so that the person can see that, that it works. I filmed some eBay tapes so that they know, that it was an actual recording. And it sold for $67. This was also a sale item from Black Friday, and the sale helped a little bit. Like I sold like 4 or 5 items, nothing too crazy, but I was glad that I was able to sell something, because I just felt I was beginning to feel a little confused as to why my sales wasn't moving in. And I never do sales, I never run sales, but desperate times call for desperate measures, so I had to do a sale and try to get this cash. Next is this Epson Ink cartridge, and this one was also a sale item. I had this posted at first for $32.99. Someone bought it for $28, and I picked this up for I think $2. So I was happy about that. I mean, no real money invested, and only a few pictures that needed to be taken, and shipped it out the next day. Here's this Aria Jacket, Aria, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but this was super dope. I got a lot of offers for this jacket. At first it was posted for $89.99. I had people asking me for $50 and $60, and just a bunch of back and forth. But once I put it on sale and it went down to $76.49, I got somebody paid for it with no offers or anything like that almost immediately. So sales do work. I'm not a big proponent of using sales. I just think if you price your items correctly and you take quality pictures, your items will still move. But like I said, sales were very, very slow for me, especially in towards the end of November, and I just wanted to be more competitive and put some stuff on sale just so I can get some traffic to my store. Here's another thing that sold on sale, $24.88. No, this didn't. This is actually what I priced it at. I priced it at $24.88. And it sold within about 2 weeks. I had 3 of these candles, and this is the first of the 3 that sold. So I think I paid $3 or $4 for this one, and it sold within about, I don't remember, but it sold pretty quick. Here is this Under Armour pullover, and Under Armour pullovers, I always pick these up. There's not a ton of money to be made, but trust me, these sell super fast. As long as the condition is good, there's no holes or no taint or no stains, you should sell these almost immediately. Larger sizes do well for me. This is an extra large, and this took about 3 or 4 days to sell. And like I say, anytime I find these Under Armour pullovers or even the Under Armour polo shirts, I always pick them up, and I'll at least double my money. So if you guys see them, pick them up. Next is this Hugo Boss blazer, and I usually don't get a lot of Hugo Boss. I see it all the time in my thrift stores, but I really don't pick it up unless it's something really unique or it's brand new with tags. But this one, like I said, this was very unique. I really like this pattern that it had, and it was a very small size. So I knew it was gonna be a very special buy that was gonna be wanting something like this. So I picked it up, and the first time the person bought it, as you guys can see, I ended up having to add another quantity just so that I wouldn't waste the listing. The first person just didn't pay for it, and the second person came along and bought it for $40. So if you guys see Hugo Boss that looks unique with a nice print, a nice pattern to it, pick it up because you can still make some good money. Here's just a Super Nintendo, a Super Mario game that I picked up. This was actually in a lot of games, and I think it was like 25 games that I got, and I already made my money back after selling 2 Pokemon games. But I mean, just to show you guys out there, Some of the stuff I make, my average like sale is about 40 bucks, 42, something like that. But I still sell things that's $10, $12, because at the end of the day, these little things add up. And as long as it doesn't take a lot of time to take the photos, I mean, just go ahead and take it and just go ahead and list them. Because I made $5 off of this, so I mean, why not? Next is this pair of Hoka 1-1s, and as you guys know, I sell Hoka 1-1s by the dozen. I sell these all the time. I think I sold 5 or 6 pairs this in the month of November, and I already sold one in December as well, so I'm definitely happy about that. This one sold for full asking price for $49.99 plus the $12 shipping, and even though these had some minor stains, I mean, the overall condition was still very, very good. So if you guys see Hoka 1-1 in your area, like I always say, pick them up. Next is this AccuVibe foot massager. Now this is my second time selling one of these foot massagers, and the first one I had, it was a different brand, and I sold that one for about $150. But this brand, I guess, isn't as popular, or the quality isn't as good. So I made 50 bucks on this. I charged $30 for shipping just to be safe, and it ended up getting shipped to Utah. So I think I paid about $23 for shipping. So that wasn't that bad. You know, I still made a couple bucks off of shipping. And if you guys see any of these foot massages in your area, if you can get it for a good price, pick them up. As long as you have the storage in your you know, in your home for it, because some of these bulkier items can get a little tricky. And yeah, I think I paid $10 for this, so this was also a good sale. It only took about 2 weeks to sell. Next is this Fedex Jacket, and it's amazing that people buy Fedex jackets. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's FedEx employees or just people that collect these stuff, but this one sold for $48 plus the $12 shipping. Of course, that person just wanted to spend an even 60 bucks, and I wasn't really tripping about that at all. This was, I guess this is what makes it popular, the Stan Herman tag. But like I said, it sold for 60 bucks. I picked it up for about $5 or $6, and it took a little over a week for it to sell, so definitely not a bad buy. Another pair of Frye shoes. I sell Frye a lot. Here's the other Frye Boots that I sold before, but I picked up about 7 pairs of Frye loafers, all in the same size, all in amazing condition, and this is one of those 7 shoes that I picked up. And this one sold for $40, and Frye just sells very fast for me. As long as the condition is good, you can, you know, demand a little more money. And like I said, it sold for $40, and I think I paid $6 for these. Next is this Umbro Jersey, and Umbro, as you guys know, Umbro is in Target now, but this is old Umbro. Like, this is Umbro that was out before they made this Target collaboration. So this stuff is still kind of highly sought after, and this one sold for 50 bucks plus the $4 shipping, and it was in amazing condition, no cracking, no peeling or anything like that. So if you guys see anything Umbro, I would suggest pick it up. It's kind of finicky to tell. I knew this one was special only because, you know, the Cristal logo was definitely just very appealing to me. So if you guys see any older Umbro, as long as it's not from Target, I would say pick it up. This one, as you can see, this was from 2012. But yeah, Umbro sells well. 50 bucks. I paid $2 for it, so that was a good flip. Here's a pair of Conroy leather gloves. I picked these up maybe 2 months ago now. I know I picked them up a while ago. I was happy to see them leave. I think I paid $2 or $3 for these gloves, and I usually don't pick up gloves. I don't sell a bunch of them, but these stood out to me because they were navy blue and they were leather. So like I said, sometimes some of these profit margins might not be as big, but as long as it doesn't take you a lot of time to take the photographs and list them, and it doesn't take up a lot of space in your home, by all means get it, because this is an easy $10 bill all day long. So if you guys see Conroy leather gloves, pick them up because they definitely still sell. And here is the sale of the day. I've got this jacket from not Crossroads, from Buffalo Exchange. I brought in a bunch of stuff that I had in my inventory that was kind of sitting, it was kind of stale, and I just brought it in and got this in trade. This actually just came out. Someone just traded it in and it didn't even hit the floor yet, but as soon as I saw the logo in the back, as soon as I saw this, I knew it was worth money. This is my second time selling anything from Double D Ranch, and I ended up selling for $2.90. So this was a good sale for me. I was definitely very happy about this one. And if you guys are familiar, Double D Ranch is very, very expensive. Their jackets are like $1,000 brand new, but you can still fetch about $200 to $300 for these jackets if you guys find them. So this was definitely the sale of the day for me. And I know I was only going to share 20, but I wanted to just throw in a little bonus. Here's a ink cartridge that I picked up, and as you guys know, I sold one of these last month for free. I picked it up for free off of Craigslist, and I ended up selling it for I think $30 or $40, maybe $50, I'm not exactly sure, but if it was the same one, I sold it for $50. But anyway, these sell amazing. I'm pretty sure there's people that buy these and they sell them on Amazon for more money, but I'm actually gated on Amazon for selling these type of items because I don't really sell much things on Amazon. So I just sold it for $50 on eBay, and I picked it up for I think $5. The person wrote the price on the box, so I literally just covered that up with some marker and called it a day. The buyer clearly didn't care to have some marker on there, and turning I think 5 or 6 into 50 profit margin. I probably made about 30 bucks after shipping. So this was a good deal for me. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Also, make sure you drop a comment so you know we could keep the conversation going, just in case you had any questions or any comments or anything like that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.